My husband was working overtime to afford us a vacation. I was at a girl's night out. He was so handsome and masculine and confident. I guess with my alcohol, light drinker, I just forgot about my husband.
Bitch, what? What did you just say to me?
I went to his place and we did it. It was amazing, better than anything my husband ever did. I fell in love. I knew my husband.
You what? Killer. My fault. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we gonna cut that nigga toes off. You know what I'm saying? Flush them down the toilet one by one. You never gonna see them bitches again. You wanna be over here with my ex bitch and my baby, my child, my semen that's growing up? What the fuck are you talking about? Absolutely not. You must die. You gotta go. I thought we was cool, buddy. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck's wrong with you? You know? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? We gotta do something about your life. We gotta go ahead and take that from you. And we back with another video, man. BryceDaBadger back with another one. And today, tonight, wherever you at, we got some unsettling confession threads with Snook. We back with some Snook. Let's go ahead and get into the video, man. Well, I got all the lights cut off in my room. I'm expecting to hear some crazy shit. If y'all ready, I'm ready. Let's get to it, bro.
Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're getting into some unsettling confession threads where I read some of your guys' confessions and some confessions from Reddit. So it's a wild mix. And today we're getting into some shocking, scary, and disturbing confessions. So you want to stick around, and I appreciate you stopping by. It means the world. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps more than you know. And if you'd like to have your confession read in a future video, please send it to the email on screen now. Thank you. And this video will be long enough already, so without further ado, let's get into some unsettling confession threads.
Unsettling.
I cheated on my husband and ruined his and his family's life.
Damn.
I can't believe what is happening around me.
I can't believe.
It feels like my world is falling apart. I know I may seem sociopathic because I am composed, but I think I'm in too much shock to be emotional. My husband struggled with depression in his teen years before I met him. From the ages of 15 to 18, I was told by him that he SH daily and attempted S word. He said he eventually had to leave his house because his father thought he was faking it and just needed exercise or go outside.
Oh, niggas.
When we met at 22, it was love at first sight. He was handsome, tall, amazingly charming, and made me feel amazing. He was super intelligent and driven as well, which made me infatuated with him. I feel sick typing this out. When we were 24, I convinced him to mend his relationship with his father. He was at our wedding 2 years later and was a father figure to me as well. I don't know how to say the rest of the post. I've been calm up until now, but I'm shaking now. I cheated. My husband was working overtime to afford us a vacation. I was at a girl's night out. He was so handsome and masculine and confident. I guess with my alcohol, light drinker, I just forgot about my husband.
Bitch, what? What did you just say to me? What? You forgot about me? You forgot about me? You forgot about me? You forgot about me? Nah, that's crazy, bro. You forgot about me? No.
His place.
Hey man, you might have to put like some black bars or something, bro. I read too much.
And we did it. It was amazing.
She
Better
pissing
than
me off.
anything my husband ever did.
I
fell in love.
You heard that, chat?
Better than anything. I went to his place and we did it. It was amazing. Better than anything my husband ever did. I fell in love. I knew my husband.
You what? Killer. My fault.
Was the love of my life, but this guy satisfied me like he never could. I feel fucking awful and sick and disgusted with myself just typing this out. The next morning, my husband saw our text on my bedside table.
Damn.
He snooped my phone and found our plans to meet up again.
Damn.
Being honest, I probably wasn't going to meet up with him again, but
yes, you was.
I just loved the thought of it.
Yes, you was. Yes, you was.
My husband committed S-word 3 days later.
Fuck. Fuck. I read that shit like when the story started, bro. Like, this why you like, I think you got to put like some black bars or something, bro. Like,
A fucking extension cord in the garage. The cord snapped at some point, but
damn.
He was long gone. Neck snapped on the cold pavement. A fucking pull-up bar and an extension cord took him away from me.
You took him away from you. The fuck is you talking about?
It gets so much fucking worse. I told his father it was from his depression as a teen.
Wow.
Not that I cheated on him.
Wow.
He left a note describing in detail how cheating was his biggest fear.
Oh, wow.
And he found his demons coming back to him.
Wow.
And didn't want to live depressed anymore. He wrote, "I love you" at the end.
Oh, man.
And that was it. I told his dad it was
Nah,
all depression from his teens.
Nah.
His dad committed S-word that night.
Nah. I swear to God, it sounds fake. You right. You absolutely right.
This sounds fake.
Bruh, nah, bruh. Hell, bruh. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. You gotta be taken up out this world, bruh. You over here just knocking it's the meme of the Grim Reaper just knocking on people's doors, and you just going to families just killing them. Just swiping lives away. That's crazy, bro. What the hell is wrong with you?
This sounds like some fake 8th grade story. I feel fucking ill. I feel empty. His dad didn't leave anything. He must have thought it was from him not being supportive.
Oh my.
I'm feeling S-word.
I don't care.
I want to leave this world.
Do it.
I made the biggest mistake of my entire life, and this is how I pay for it? I am so scared of dying, but I feel I have to. I have the person I was with that night coming over soon, just to take care of me.
Are you fucking serious? Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. Shit, do I have a button for this, bruh? I don't even know if I have a button for this, bruh. I don't have a button for this diabolical behavior that I'm hearing in my ears right now. What do you mean you got the nigga you cheated with coming over to just take care of you? What? Oh my God.
He's going to make sure I don't commit S-word. So don't bother trying to help me in the comments. I don't know how to say this, but I feel I don't deserve that hate that's about to come my way.
Why?
I know I fucked up, but my husband and my father figure just died, and it's all my fault.
Right.
Please cut me some slack.
No.
I just want someone to know it's my fault.
No,
Maybe
trust,
one
we
day
know.
I can forgive myself.
Fuck.
And the OP has never made an update since then. And that was downright one of the most disturbing confessions I have ever read on Reddit.
Boy, that's crazy.
That's
crazy
have
as hell.
committed a war crime.
Nigga, what? Nah, okay. See, this is okay. We getting into some territories now, man. Like, what are we talking about? Once a soldier is the name of the what? Okay.
Firstly, I am now a normally functioning adult, studying engineering and doing normal stuff like partying/drinking in weekends and keeping a steady job. I am from a European country, and English is not my main language, so I apologize if this is difficult to read or some words are slightly mistranslated. In my early life, I had some rage issues, but they were gone when I hit the late teenage years. At least I thought they were. I enlisted after my country's equivalent of high school, in the Army, and received training as a mechanized infantry sergeant. The squad I deployed with consisted of 6 privates and 1 corporal under my command. I was damn good at both being a soldier and a squad leader. I handled stress and combat well up until the very end of my deployment. My company handled a mix of combat ops and civilian military cooperation ops. During my tour, one of my squaddies got killed by an IED, and I blamed myself for it.
Okay.
It sucked to me day and night that there might be something I could have done. There wasn't. I was angry. More angry than I had ever been before, but life in deployment carried on, and I hid the anger deep inside me. The entire squad was now more on edge and actually performed better than before. Any kind of lax behavior was gone, but the squad was also on edge. We received a series of what we ended up calling combat casuals to replace the missing member. These replacements were mostly what the U.S. Marines call POGs, people other than grunts.
That sounds like cannon fodder. They sound like cannon fodder. Like, just send them out there front lines and mow them down. Damn. That's crazy.
Support personnel or mortar squaddies that wanted to see what it was like outside the walls.
Oh,
These
that's
guys
stupid.
were, for the most part, okay on patrols, but not trained extensively in the more complex combat scenarios and types.
So what the hell you want to be out there
last
for?
month of deployment, we initiated a large-scale effort to clear out insurgents and retake key strategic areas. This meant a lot of urban combat. Urban combat is volatile and can turn sour very fast if discipline slips. My company is clearing houses, meeting resistance and suffering injuries. All expected and no casualties so far. Keep in mind, we still have a replacement in our squad. We trained rigorously for this ops, and he kept things very well together, clearing rooms and houses with us. He goes as the first man into a new room. Nothing of note, until he hears a "wait" in our native language from the room. This stops him dead in his tracks, which bunches up my gunner and me behind him in the doorway. The insurgent opens fire, and both our support and my gunner goes down.
Damn.
I don't remember much of what can only have been a minute in real time. I open fire on him, and he goes down. Except he did not die immediately. I guess he was pretty juiced up on something, so he is lying on the floor bleeding, and I guess I must have kicked his gun away or something, because he doesn't move his arms but only lies there muttering, "Please don't kill me," and his name over and over again in my native language. This makes me snap. All the rage comes up, and I end up punching him, kicking him, hitting him with my helmet, and finally empty my sidearm magazine into him. This was a massive overkill.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I could have just executed him cleanly, but instead I did what in a regular, back home setting would be a brutal murder. The aftermath consisted of me dragging my 2 wounded privates out of the room, getting the rest of my squad to evacuate them. I had to stand in the doorway to make sure no one got into the room to see the mess there we left. Only my platoon commander saw the room. I ended up dropping a grenade in the room and making the house as booby-trapped rather than try to explain it to anyone.
Wow.
After operation was concluded, my tour was over, and the only thing I ever heard of the episode was my platoon commander patting me on the back when we were getting on the flight home and saying, "You should probably talk to someone when we get back home."
Damn.
I have never told anyone about this. I highly doubt I will ever talk about it again. So this is my dirty secret that no one knew, and now Reddit knows. And now let's get into some of the top comments on this. Someone says, "You didn't commit a war crime. You did not storm a house full of women and children and kill them all. What you did was have a high stress induced reaction to combat in the behavior of a combatant. You are not a bad person. However, I think finding a safe way to talk about this with a professional is important, because this is the kind of thing that could give you problems later.
I'm
if
not an expert
addressed.
on Geneva codes and shit
someone
like
replies
that,
to
so
saying, actually, he was in breach of the Geneva Convention, which means it was a war crime, whether it was an understandable breach or not. Professional soldiers are expected to hold themselves to a higher account than guerrilla fighters and terrorists. And then the OP actually responded to this saying, to be honest, insurgents are not covered by the Geneva Convention in very strict terms, since they are not representing a regular armed force. But I agree with your sentiment. We uphold the Geneva Conventions and apply them to the insurgents to prove that we are the bigger man in this conflict. Not bigger as in stronger, but the more responsible and mature. And then the OP makes an update a few days later saying, my life is in shambles. I'm torn between regretting the previous post and at least getting this out of my system before it could do even more permanent damage. Since writing my Reddit confession, I have had to face my greatest fear. Contact from a military official that I was to be called in for a hearing.
damn.
I felt sick, angry, and confused. I didn't sleep for days. Had to postpone my thesis. Had to ask for leave in my job, since I could hardly think straight. This period damaged my relationship with my girlfriend and my family. I was hostile and turned my attention inward. Thinking back, this only made me dig myself further into the hole.
I'm sorry, but when he said I was hostile and turned my attention inward, I just thought of him punching himself in the chest. Fuck. Stupid.
I was brought in due to a national security investigation about radicalized citizens who went to Middle Eastern training camps to become holy warriors. I was asked a ton of questions about my deployment, ranging from the mildly accusatory to details about ops, which I could not disclose. Apparently, my old CO had been forced by higher-ups to spill the beans about our ops and the incident I had, and I was presented with both written and direct proof. An intelligence officer handed me the folder of the declassification of the ops for this particular investigation. I cooperated and spoke openly about what had occurred during my experience. They warned me that what I had done could, as I knew, technically be a war crime, albeit a lesser one, but at the same time assured me that I would not be tried for the event. The investigators presented me with pictures of this kid's family and a few details about their life in the hopes that I could maybe identify the insurgent/kid. This kid had been a perfectly normal guy. He had enjoyed sports, especially basketball. He had had a girlfriend, but had been forced to break things with her by his parents. From here, a rather disquieting process of radicalization had occurred, and he had traveled to Pakistan for training. After the hearing, I contacted a military psych and finally agreed to start sessions to process this problem. I appreciate the advice from the last thread. Finally, the calls for me to contact someone and talk about it have been answered. If you consider going military, do what you can to avoid being put in a situation like I was in. The camaraderie is fantastic, and in general, the military life is pretty good. But do not try to convince yourself that the experiences won't come back and bite you in the ass. It sure did for me. And now let's get into some of the top comments. Someone says, the problem is that there's no way to avoid a situation like this if you are a grunt. And now it's a minor war crime.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, how am I actually going to, like, avoid being in this type of situation if I join the military? I'm just supposed to be dumb and listen. That's what they got me here for, to just be dumb and listen. So why, like, what am I supposed to exactly do in this position? And he said they're private, so they dead ass have to do whatever somebody else say because of some patches on some shoulders and shit, you know?
Him too much when he was trying to.
Too disrespectful? I don't know. I just don't fuck with the military. I don't fuck with the idea of military. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of dumb.
Take your life as well. I think how they treated you was a slap in the face to your service, and you have nothing to be ashamed of. I hope you have a full recovery from this and get your life back. And then someone replies to that saying, Not that he killed the guy too much, but that he punched and kicked an incapacitated man after he was completely unable to fight. That gets dodgily close to torture. A bullet carefully placed to kill him would have been more humane, but it's all sort of a gray area because he already must have been in incredible pain, and he didn't suffer for particularly much longer because of OP's rage. I can't imagine dying like that, but I think it was kinder than leaving him there to bleed out and die like he would have been. I murdered someone.
Huh?
This happened a good number of years ago. At the time, I was a pretty high up drug dealer, moving a good number of ounces of H, crystal, and booger sugar. I wasn't El Chapo, but I had power, money, and respect. I had a girlfriend for a few years. She ended up getting pregnant, and a couple months after my first child was born, she left me. I was destroyed. At the time, I had a mental disorder that made this breakup unbearable, and I was a mental wreck, and my anger was at an all-time high. There were groups of days where I would be fine and not even feel the need to text her, but then there were times when I was so fucking angry because she left me. How could she leave me when I did so much for her? My anger would become uncontrollable, and when you have the drug dealer mentality, it can get scary. I never laid a hand on that woman, but I found out she was hanging out with someone who was supposed to be a good friend of mine, and they started dating. I still remember the exact feeling of seeing a picture of my ex, my good friend, and my child all together.
Oh.
I destroyed my entire house in a blacked out rage and basically went off the deep end. The anger was uncontrollable. Something evil happened inside me, and I had to do it.
Chat, what you doing if you see that? You know what I'm saying? What you doing? What you doing? Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we gonna cut that nigga toes off. You know what I'm saying? Flush them down the toilet one by one. You never gonna see them bitches again. You want to be over here with my ex bitch and my baby, my child, my semen that's growing up? What the fuck are you talking about? Absolutely not. You must die. You gotta go. I thought we was cool, buddy. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck's wrong with you? You know? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? We gotta do something about your life. We gotta go ahead and take that from you. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck wrong with you?
One night, I decided to throw a party at a venue in town and invited said friend so I could talk to him. He was very hesitant at first, but I told him I wanted to just make amends and we could all get along. He came through and we sat down and talked. I acted real good to him, and I had him fooled that everything was okay. I asked him if he wanted to go out back and do some great booger sugar.
Do you want to play a game? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga, bro? He set it up and all.
And he agrees. What he didn't know was that this wasn't just booger sugar.
This is fentanyl.
It was a 50-50 cut of booger sugar and fent.
You know, I'm not even looking at the screen. I haven't been looking at the screen like since I talked about like him needing bars or whatever. I had not been looking at the screen. I did not know he said something about fent. But hey, you know, this is what happens when you want to put shit up your nose. Don't do that shit, chat. Whoa! That's what you should think anytime somebody offers you something. Hey man, you want to do some of this stuff and it's white? Whoa! That should be the first thing come out your mouth, bro. I'm telling you.
He fell out almost instantly after doing a decent sized line. We were in a pretty discreet location, so I took about 7 minutes before I went inside and yelled for someone to call 911. By the time the ambulance got there, he was dead. I put the bag of booger sugar in his pocket before coming back inside and getting the ambulance. I told the police that he asked if I wanted to go out to the backyard and do booger sugar, and I agreed. He did the first line and fell out, and that's all I knew. I didn't know what happened. Nobody ever thought anything of it past that, and I was never hassled after that about the situation. End of story. In one of the top comments on this post, someone says,
what they feel?
Hand yourself in the open.
Bitch, no. What the fuck is you talking about? I'm cool. Thank you for the suggestion, though. Go ahead, have a good day, InfoWars. Fuck nigga.
He gives a cold no.
Yeah, he talking about.
Very disturbing.
Oh, I'm disturbing? My fault.
Stole over
Excuse
$1
me.
million from an employer and was rewarded for it.
Unless it was a small business. If it was a small business, then you fucked up. But like if it's a big corp, excellent job, excellent work.
This elsewhere,
Teach us. Matter of fact, teach us.
but thought you would enjoy it here. If you've read it before, I hope you enjoy it again.
Truthfully, I don't give a fuck about this one because WU. Let me make sure. Business answers for a large family-owned tech company. The business was located in the booming heart of technology at the time. Very profitable. Well, a bit of quite neurotic, very moody. So they're assholes. Okay, I don't really give a fuck. Next story. Yeah, you know I'm gonna edit this. I'm an editor.
Viewer submitted confession.
Here we go. The viewer submitted ones. This is the juice. You know what I'm saying? This is the steak that I've been waiting for. I've been enjoying the sides though. The sides been cool. But here we go. You accidentally killed somebody. Let's talk about it.
I accidentally killed someone.
Let me
It
hear
was
it.
about 5 years ago. I was a very troubled kid. Still am. I had a reputation of a hero because I was beating up people that were bullying others. There was this guy.
And somehow you were troubled from that? I'm not understanding, but let's listen.
His name was Mark.
Mark.
He was one of the worst people I've ever met.
Fuck Mark.
He was a R-wordist.
Oh, fuck
He
Mark.
R-word multiple girls from my school, and when I found out, I was mad. Really, really mad. The police wasn't doing anything because his father was a lawyer, so I decided to take the matter into my own hands.
I'll do it myself.
It was a cold night. I was laying in my bed, doom scrolling like always, and then I got a text from Mark. Hey, I heard about you a lot. Want to meet up? When I saw that, I knew this was the perfect time to show him how it feels to get hurt.
What the fuck
I
are you
got up,
talking
dressed
about,
up, and
Mark?
left my house. He wanted to meet in a forest. I already
In a
knew
forest?
what he was planning.
Are you fucking crazy,
After
Mark?
about 15 minutes of walking, I finally got there.
You're talking to Batwoman
And there
right
he
now.
was, standing not so far away from the main path, with that disgusting grin on his face.
I'm gonna
I
demolish you,
walked
Mark.
up to him, and before he could say anything, I punched him. He
In the
fell to
throat,
the ground,
right?
and I just started punching him like crazy.
Damn.
After 10 minutes, I stopped. Blood was everywhere, and he was just laying there. He was still breathing when I left. The next day, I was walking from school, and then I got a call from my friend. Yo, did you hear that Mark is missing?
Oh, shit.
What? Wait, what do you mean he's missing? Yeah, his mom reported him missing a few hours ago.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, I hope he doesn't get found, haha. Me too.
You know, the fact that you said me too, okay, I get it. Y'all both hate this nigga. Okay, so y'all got a connection here. But like, if he had said that to anybody else, that my first thought would have been, oh, you killed this nigga, didn't you? Like, why would you say that? Oh, I hope he doesn't get found. Well, hey. Relax. Calm it down. We can at least put this nigga in juvie, right? I don't know.
Fuck that guy. I went home and the thoughts started jumping in my head. He's missing, and I was the last person he saw. I couldn't have beat him up that badly, right?
You the last person in his phone.
This was in November. In the woods. Cold. Freezing. He's still considered missing.
Oh, you going to jail. You going to jail.
I left him there knowing fucking well that he will freeze to death. He either got up and on the way he just fell and never opened his eyes again, or he never got up in the first place. I don't feel bad. I don't feel anything. He deserved it. He was a monster, not me. I didn't want to kill him that day. I wasn't even thinking of that. But you know, your body reacts faster than your mind. He had it coming. He just didn't know when it would happen.
Damn.
I've
Interesting.
ruined my wife's life.
I think we're gonna stop it here, chat. Even though this nigga ruined his wife's life. These are some interesting confessions, and you know, we always enjoy a good snook video. As you can see, this is an hour long. I'm not finna see it for an hour, man. But if you like the video, man. Subscribe if you fuck with the vibe. Some of these people had to die, I'm not gonna lie. Like this rapist guy. What the fuck is wrong with him? Why, bro? Why? Why you had to go and fuck up these women's lives? It don't really make sense. So we had to take yours. Now your life is mine. My bad. Anyway, y'all have a good one, man. Peace.